comenzar. Hola, buenos días a todos y todas. Buenos días, bienvenidos al segundo día de Feria Study Abroad 2022. Esta es nuestra tercera edición. Muchas gracias por participar, por acompañarnos en esta primera charla que está dedicada a Estados Unidos todo este día. Tenemos a Lindsay McGrath. Gracias, Lindsay, por acompañarnos nuevamente en nuestra feria virtual. Thank you very much, Lindsay, for joining us and present your university. Ella es de Rochester Institute of Technology y nos va a presentar hoy día y ustedes pueden hacer las preguntas al final, las que deseen, ya sea por chat o levantando la mano, y al final vamos a tener la segunda trivia para el concurso de Souvenirs Dari, así que estén muy atentos porque al final de la charla voy a sacar las preguntas. Thank you, Lindsay. You can present your talk.
Sounds great. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm excited to share a little bit with all of you about RIT. So I will provide a general overview of the university and make sure that, which includes some of our academics and also what student life is like, and we'll save some time at the end for questions. If you're nominated to come to RIT, I'll look forward. I'll be working with you on your documentation and processes to prepare to come to RIT. So I hope I will see some of your names and faces in the future. So at RIT, we like to say that students, faculty, staff, everybody is always on to something, be it inspiring or creative or inventive. We are a really inclusive learning environment that I think students find to be different to some degree from the structures perhaps that they're used to, and really exciting and engaging. Let's see if I can move. There we go. And I will make sure that this video stays out of our way here. So Rochester, New York, I want to make sure everybody knows where we are located. We are in New York State, but you can see here from the map a little bit away from New York City, as most people, when they hear New York, think of New York City. Rochester is a really wonderful city to live in, to study in, but it is about a 6 to 7 hour drive. It's about an hour and a half flight to New York City. So certainly doable for a fun weekend in New York City, but it is a little bit away. We are actually a little closer to Canada, to Toronto, than we are to New York City. We are the third largest city in New York State and home to some large industries such as Xerox, Paychex, Bausch & Lomb, Harris. We were the original home and headquarters of Kodak, if Kodak is a familiar name to anybody, and you'd be able to visit George Eastman, who was the founder of Kodak, visit his museum and see his name in many places around campus and around the Rochester area. So on the RIT campus, we are almost a 17,000 student campus. We are back fully in person. I think that's an important point to note. Actually, for the last 2 years, we have been back in person. We do have some restrictions, such as requirements such as vaccination, but at this point, masking is optional. And there are very few restrictions on campus right now. So the kind of student life that you're seeing in the video as it moves around here is very much what is representative of campus right now. So we do have students that come from all 50 states, and a population of almost 3,000 students, international students that are coming from over 100 different countries. I'll point out really quickly, although I know that you're interested in coming to Rochester, RIT does have a significant global presence, along with international partnerships like PUCP. We actually have global campuses, which are located in Dubai, China, Kosovo, and Croatia in Europe. And we have over 3,000 students studying at those campuses. And back in the Rochester campus, a unique aspect to RIT is we have over 1,000 deaf and hard of hearing students as a part of degree programs across campus and within our National Technical Institute for the Deaf, which is the largest technical deaf institute in the United States. So a number of aspects here that you can see that we're really proud of, our global presence and diversity on campus. And you can see that we very much value and focus small class sizes. So the types of degree programs we have will give you a sense of, although you wouldn't be coming to RIT to earn a degree, you would be coming to engage in classes that might be accessible within any of these colleges. Certain courses will certainly have prerequisites that we would work with you on to determine, do you have the right course background and academic background to enroll in them, but you would be able to review and request the classes from across areas such as art and design, for PUCP, strong business and management, and certainly engineering and engineering technology tends to be where students are focused on. But we would hopefully help you to also engage in classes that you might not have access to at your home campus, like in the humanities and social sciences or different science and technology courses that would help you to expand your background a bit more. We also have a number of master's and PhD programs in all of these different areas. We have significantly expanded our PhD options. There are options to actually enroll in both master's degree and PhD programs straight from your undergraduate. So coming to RIT as an exchange student, our office would also be able to help you explore and consider options to come to RIT for your graduate coursework as well. Just to point out some of the significant aspects of RIT that we're really proud of. We are a growing research university. Right now we are in the just out of reach of that 100, but we are striving to be in the top 100 of the national research universities in the United States. We are striving to be what's called an R1 research university. So coming to RIT also means opportunities to connect with faculty and get to know some of them and their research interests. And faculty at RIT are very engaging of students, even at the undergraduate level in research. We are one of the third largest technical university in STEM fields. We have 15 different faculty with Pulitzer Prizes. We have varsity sports and a significant number of student organizations. Oops, I'm going to wait on that one. As mentioned, we have a very low student to faculty ratio, so class sizes are quite small. Classes are typically more project-based. Certainly there are lectures, but it's not a system in which you attend lectures and focus a lot of efforts on classes at the end. There's a lot of assignments and activities, even student group activities, and projects and research projects with faculty that are pieced throughout the semester. So it's a very engaging classroom environment, and certainly also outside of the classroom, as you have opportunities to engage in a number of different clubs, which I'm going to highlight a little bit here too. This is just to mention that we do have a significant global population at our RIT global campuses. So again, we have a campus in Croatia. We have a campus in Dubai where we just built a brand new physical campus space that was just opened this last year, which is quite beautiful. And then we also have a campus in Kosovo, and our newest one, our smallest one right now, is in China. Back to the Rochester campus, and let me see if I'm getting, looks like please do. I'll keep an eye on that chat, and I'm happy to answer questions along the way, but we'll certainly save time at the end. So back to our Rochester campus. Sorry. I think one of the, aside from RIT's strong academic presence and opportunities, academic opportunities it affords exchange students, we also want to make sure that you have an opportunity to interact with other students in different ways and participate in what it means to be in a United States campus environment, which includes a lot of clubs. So RIT, the campus, is almost a city in itself. We have over 30 different food places to eat on campus. It is a closed campus. It's not set into a city. So when you're on campus, you really are in that RIT environment with other students and faculty engaged in those classroom buildings, and then your housing buildings and club space and student life space is all just campus based. There is bus transportation to get to off-campus housing options that students have and to some of the shopping areas, but a lot of that campus activity is really happening right on the campus grounds. So there are events that happen every single day that are open to all students, active clubs that you can join. If you have an interest, we have a club for it. We have everything from performing arts clubs to different sports clubs, and anime clubs. Computing security club is actually one of the biggest ones. The game design club is one of the bigger ones. We even have a juggling club. There is a little bit of something for everybody. An area that RIT is also focusing on expanding is in our performing arts. We are building a brand new performing arts center. The construction is happening on campus right now, and which will have 2 new theater spaces for us. Although performing arts is not an academic program that is significant on campus, our student activities and clubs in the performing arts and in different arts in general is significant. We are a heavy technology campus, but that doesn't mean that our students aren't also coming with the arts background and interest and desire to continue those while they're studying at RIT. So as mentioned, you would have housing on campus. We do have a number of different housing options, including more dormitory style. Not too many students, mostly our freshmen live in kind of a dormitory shared bedroom only style. Most of our upper year level students, which would be our exchange students, live in suites where you would have your own bedroom, perhaps share with a few students a kitchen, bathroom areas, similar to apartment style living, and opportunities to connect into living areas that are focused on different academic interests as well too in some cases. We do actually, the 21 is lower. I think we do have almost 30 dining options for students across campus, along with convenience stores and bakeries and coffee shops. And again, there is some bus transportation to be able to connect students off campus as well. And we have some amazing facilities, including a full gym facility that has a full floor of weights, a full floor of cardio, 2 pools. One is an Olympic-sized pool and one's called a leisure pool. We have tennis courts and badminton courts and everything, and all of that is accessible and available to all students. So some exchange students focus here. You do need to be nominated by your home campus. So the program is only open, this kind of exchange program is only open to, we have about 13 exchange partners, PUCP being one of them right now. So to actually apply and consider this, you'll want to talk to Claudia and the international office on how you can go about doing that. some important things to know in terms of our timing and schedule on campus. The RAT calendar, the fall semester begins in mid-August and continues through about mid-December. So right now we're nearing the end of our fall semester. Spring semester will begin in early January and continue through early May. The estimated costs really vary. Generally speaking, they may be for the cost of housing, food, health insurance, and activities fees that are required of all students at the university. Costs generally range between $8,000 and $10,000 for the cost of living. If you, I didn't put it here, I will pop a link into our chat with our exchange information on the website. And that also has some more details around the estimated costs. Now, check out the question here in just a minute. And this is my last slide. So again, some exchange criteria: approval and nomination needs to come from PUCP. Generally speaking, students are in their 3rd or 4th year level. And we do have a language proficiency requirement, which is generally an 80 on the TOEFL or a 6 on the IELTS. But I can also work with a confirmation of equivalency from an English faculty member, English language faculty member at PUCP. So with that, and I will stop sharing here and take a look at your questions. So Gustavo, yes, all of the residences are connected in campus. So campus is kind of like a very large circle space that's surrounded with a big road, and all of the RAT managed housing is located on campus. There are a number of other which are considered off-campus housing locations that have been built right surrounding our campus. So they are considered off-campus, but to an outside person, they look like they're on campus because they're so close, and there's also bus transportation. So if you are accepted as an exchange student, we would work with you to make sure that you know how to apply for housing and to consider all of those different housing options. And we do have part of that visa process is to have a bank account that reflects a minimum of our estimated costs for a semester at RAT, and that's really cost of living, as of course there's no tuition. A student coming to study at RAT would need to reflect the tuition too. And let me show you, I'll put this into the chat, but I'll do screen share here again. Sorry, as I an angle of my. So I'll put this into the chat. This is an overview for exchange students that's on our RAT Global website. And one of the options here is to look at our estimated costs. And you can see that those costs vary primarily based, a big one is the housing. And we do work with students to apply for housing and apply for options. And our housing office tries very hard to place you in your top options. But we can't guarantee it, as it really depends on demand and open spaces for housing. So in terms of the visa, what we require and what we use for the visa is our lowest estimate. So if these were estimates from this fall semester that we're in right now, students who came to RAT in the fall would have needed to show on a bank statement for the visa a minimum of that $7,642. Right now, I don't have estimates for 23, 24, as different costs such as RAT housing might go up a little bit next year, and that I won't have those numbers for a little bit of time, but I will put this link into the chat for you. Did I answer your question okay? Gustavo, did you have any other questions? And I think, Claudia, it's okay. People could certainly unmute or raise their hand too, right?
Ok, chicos, pueden levantar la mano también para que Lindsay pueda contestar sus preguntas. I think there is another question here.
Claudia, if you could help me with that one, perhaps
Yes.
is there a minimum GPA? I don't know for your application process, if you've set a minimum GPA.
Yes, we have a pre-selection at PUCP to nominate students. Nosotros hacemos una convocatoria interna en el cual es 50 el CRAES mínimo para postular. O sea, no es que RIT les pida a ustedes el GPA, sino que la PUC es la que hace la selección primero y luego nosotros, de acuerdo a la cantidad de gente que postula, los presentamos. Es así como funciona. Is there another question for Lindsay? ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta? ¿Pueden levantar la mano?
So when we finish the stay, so there's no recognition in terms of your degree from RIT, but what happens is the courses that you take while at RIT, we will issue a transcript. So, and that will be yours forever, anytime in the future if you needed to request it again. But at the end of the semester, we would give you instructions on how to, within our system, to request your transcript, which is a list of the courses that you took here at RIT and the grades that you earned. And initially that would go back to PUCP to be able to transfer those credits in and count towards your degree program. RET would not doesn't have a certificate or anything that you earned, but Claudia, do you have any recognition on your degree if a student studies abroad? Some universities do.
No, we don't have, we just transfer the credits. Ustedes van a convalidar los cursos que llevan con el certificado que reciben, ¿no? Y eso se aplica a su plan de estudios. Pero no hay un certificado o un diploma específico para el programa que han hecho. Solamente es la transferencia de créditos, la convalidación de créditos. Yeah, yes, we just transfer the credits in each student program.
May, and I know there's another student, we'd be happy to accept a graduate student as well as an undergrad. I know I had in my criteria that we typically have third or fourth year, but we certainly could accept a graduate, and the language requirements would be the same.
Okay, perfect. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta? Igual pueden escribirme, les puse mi correo electrónico o al Lindsay para más preguntas. Ya estamos casi cerrando la charla. Recuerden que el día de hoy está dedicado a Estados Unidos. Voy a soltar en este momento la segunda trivia. Atentos. Voy a compartir la pantalla. Entonces, esta es la trivia número 2 para que puedan entrar en el concurso. ¿Cuántos cursos debo convalidar como mínimo por semestre para que mi intercambio en el extranjero sea válido? 1, 2, ¿debo convalidar todos los cursos que lleven el extranjero? Pueden responder a través de Instagram. Manden sus respuestas y entre todos los que participen haremos el sorteo. ¿Ya le apuntaron? Trivia número 2. ¿Cuántos cursos debo convalidar como mínimo por semestre para que mi intercambio en el extranjero sea válido? Voy a dejar de compartir. Okay. Well, that was a little trivia for students. Sorry.
No, you're just fine.
Well,
if there are other questions that come up later, Claudia,
yes.
feel free to email me, and I'm happy to help.
Yeah, of course, as always. Yes, thank you very much, Lindsay. Thank you for your cooperation from your presentation. It was great. Gracias a todos los que han estado en esta charla. Los espero en la siguiente charla, que es en este momento, que va a ser con DePaul University. Entonces, estén atentos. Thank you again, Lindsay. See you soon.
Thank you for the great organization, and I hope to be seeing some of you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Todos. Chao.